us to turn to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Faith means being sure of the things we hope for, and faith means knowing that something is real even though we do not see it. Okay, so that's just saying that, faith means being sure of something that we're hoping for, that we're praying for, that we're asking God for. It also means knowing that something is real, something is there, even though you might not see it, but you know it's there. And when we look at the word faith, the acronym for it that I asked God for, there's F. You can write this down if you want. F for faith, because it's one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and you have to have faith basically to get what you're asking God for. A is for adventure. When we look at the word adventure, it's like you're going kind of like a roller coaster. There might be some downs, there might be some ups and lows, but in the end, you will come out mighty, getting what you want, and it's something that when I was looking at the word adventure, it sounds, it's kind of got the sort of fun bit to it, and I is for inherit, for inheriting the promises of God. So once you've prayed and you have faith in God, you will get, you will inherit the thing you want. T for trust, because you have to trust in God, because He's the only one who's going to be able to give it to you. And another T is tarry, which is wait. You have to be patient. You can't just be like, I want this, I want it now, I want it to come now. You can't do that. You have to, wait and be patient. And when it comes, God's timing is always the best timing.
Amen.
H for hear. Hearing from God. You can't just always be praying and talking. You also have to listen quietly and wait for God to say something to you and to hear from Him. And the other H is for hope. You have to have hope in God. You have to, because He's the only one who can, give you what you want, as I said before. Okay, let's go back. A really good example of someone with faith in the Old Testament was Noah. I think he had a lot of faith, because if we can turn to Genesis chapter 7, verse 1 to 8. When you're there, just say amen. Amen. Okay, I'm going to read this. It says, Then the Lord said to Noah, I have seen that you are the best man among the people of this time. So you and your family go into the boat. Take with you 7 pairs, each male with its female, of every kind of clean animal, and take 1 pair, each male with its female, of every kind of unclean animal. Take 7 pairs of all the birds of the sky, each male and its female. This will allow all of these animals to continue living on the earth after the flood. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth. It will rain 40 days and 40 nights. I will destroy from the earth every living thing that I made. Noah did everything that the Lord commanded him. That's the major bit of this scripture that I want you to look at. Is Noah didn't say, "Oh God, I'm 600 years old. I'm too old. I can't build a boat. It's sunny. I can't. It's not raining. I don't see no clouds. He did not complain with God. He done what God told him to do. And when it goes on, it says, Noah was 600 years old, as I said, when the flood came. He and his wife and his sons and their wives went into the boat. They went in to escape the waters of the flood. So Noah didn't complain. He done what God told him to do. He had faith in God. So when we take a look at him, obviously we can see that he had a lot of faith. He listened to what God told him about building a massive ark, a massive boat. Imagine you're in your living room and you're just watching TV or you're listening to a song, and then God says to you, I want you to go and build a massive boat. You're like, it's sunny, I can see the sun. Lord, what are you talking about? But, Noah just done it. He was obedient. He listened to what God said. And even when people started mocking him and looking at him funny and laughing at him, thinking that he had gone crazy, he had gone mad when he didn't. But, he still kept on building. He still had faith in God. He still carried on. He did not get discouraged. So when God tells you to do something and you know it's from God, and even people around you might be like, no, what are you doing? It's not going to work, it's not going to work. And you're like, no, I know God told me to do this, it's going to work, Just keep on going, because the same people who are discouraging you, who are putting you down, will be the same people to come to you and be like, do you know what, yeah, he was right. Because even when the flood started coming, when the people who were laughing at him when he was building the ark, when the flood started coming, and they were all sinking, they were like, Noah, help, help. Because they could see, they should have listened to Noah when he was telling them, come on the boat, but they didn't want to listen. And it was late then. So, don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about what people, saying, oh, it's not going to happen, blah, blah. Just keep on doing what God told you to do. Amen?
Amen.
Okay. So, another example of someone with a lot of faith is Abel. And Abel, Cain and Abel, the two brothers. Abel offered God his sacrifice, and he offered it with a joyful, a happy heart. But Cain, on the other hand, was looking at his brother like, why is he so happy giving to God? What's the point? So Cain just gave it because his brother was giving his offering, so he thought, okay, let me just give. And God didn't really accept Cain's offering, but he accepted Abel's. And that's why Cain had this envy, had this jealousy for Abel. And it's like with offering as well. Say if you had an amount of money in your bank account and you had so many bills to pay, you had mortgages to pay, you had everything to pay, and you just had a little sum of money in there. Now you've got two choices. You could be like, I'm keeping this money because I can't give this away. If I give this away, I'm skint, my house is gone, everything. But you could be like, no, I'm gonna sow this in because I know I have faith in God that I know I will get tenfold back. I know that I'll get more than I'm putting in. And when you're giving that same seed, when you're giving that same offering, you should be happy giving it. Because there's no point giving it with a grumpy face, or in your heart you're just like, oh, there's no point, I just might as well give it. Because God won't do anything with that. He only likes the cheerful giver, as he says. So, be happy with it. Give it, because God will definitely bless you, in a bigger way. Amen. Right. So, as I said about Abel and Cain, so, Cain was really envious of Abel because of this, because he was like, looking at him, he was like, why is he so happy giving this offering to God? Why? But Abel knew in his heart he was happy, singing songs and everything. And, even to the point when Cain killed his brother, Abel's faith was still speaking. It was still strong till this day. That even people are even talking about it now. It was recorded. So that's another thing for you to think on. Another example of faith, of someone with faith in the Bible, was Enoch. Now Enoch was taken to heaven. He did not die. He was taken to heaven by God because he had pleased God so much, because he had so much faith. Another example of faith is Abraham. Now Abraham, he obeyed God's call to go to another place. So he was comfortable in his nice, setting, his nice house, his country where he was. Even though it was a place of sin and there was so much destruction and everything was done, I'm sure he was still comfortable there with his family. Now God had told him to leave, to go to a place that he didn't even know where he was going. imagine yourself, you're in, you're at home, and then God's telling you to get up and go to another country, or you don't even know where you're going. But you see, Abraham done it. Even though there were some people who might have been with him, like his wife, and she was always saying, oh, why do we have to leave? That's why she got turned into a pillar of salt. And because she kept on complaining, she kept on looking back. She wasn't looking forward. And not knowing where he was going, he still went. He knew that God was with him. He had faith in God. He knew that, God's not going to just let him stay out there, with no place to go. He knew that God had a better place for him. So it was by faith that Abraham stepped out and went. And even though this is another thing, he brought people with him, that, some of them, they just were complaining. There was Lot, his nephew, who was quite a lot of trouble, and, just complaining and murmuring and everything. That's like people with you, some people just, have to go, and some people will join you. It just happens like that. It was also by faith that, Abraham became a father, because he was in his old age, and Abraham trusted God about what God had promised for him. Because one night, should I say, God, woke up Abraham, or told Abraham to come up, wake up and look out. And he asked Abraham, what do you see? Now, if Abraham was in a tent, as I gather, he could have said, oh Lord, I see my tent ceiling, I see that, bit's broken or whatever. He didn't say that. Abraham looked outside the box. He looked up into the sky. He saw all the stars, and that's what God wanted, So God said, as many stars as you see in the sky, and even more, that's how many, you're going to be blessed by a whole nation. You're going to have, so many descendants, and, and you won't even be able to count them, because there'll be as much as, the grains of sand. So God blessed him in a mighty way, and he still had faith in God. And another example, it was by faith that Abraham offered his son Isaac. Isaac was like his first son, as I believe, or one of them. And God told him to give Isaac as a sacrifice. He had so much faith in God that he even got to the stage of tying the son up. Even the son was asking, Father, where's the sheep? Where's the lamb? What are we going to sacrifice? But Abraham kept on going. And he got to the point that he even got his son on the table, and he got the knife. And that was when the Lord sent an angel to, hold Abraham's hand up there. And, so God was testing him. So some things God might just, send your way to test you, to see what you're going to do. He might send, loads of, I don't know, things, that kind of put you, oh Lord, what am I going to do? But, he will test you to see what you're going to do. Maybe he might give you an amount of money, and he wants to see what you're going to do with that. He wants to see if you're going to, spend it out and just, splash out and then forget about him. He wants to see if you're going to give your tithes. He wants to see if, what you're going to do with that. So as we can see, Abraham passed with flying colours, because Abraham got to the point he literally nearly done it. But, God just stopped him. And that's another thing as well, because when we look at Job was a really wealthy man, very, rich, had everything he wanted. But God still allowed certain things to happen for him to see, what would my servant do? Even the devil challenged God. He said, oh, I know why Job loves you. I know why he does this, because he's so rich. What if you take all that money away? What if you take all that wealth away? What would he do? Would he, he'd probably curse you. God, God also had faith in Job, because he knew that, Job, he had in the back of his mind that Job wouldn't, curse him. Job wouldn't do that. And even to the extent that Job lost everything he had. He lost his children, his wife even cursed God and died herself. She was like, Job, why don't you just curse this God of yours, Look what he's allowing to happen to you. But Job kept on going. Job kept on asking God, why is this happening to me? But whatever he done, he did not curse God. He did not at all. Even though he was in the low, even though he was right down there, he he still had faith in God that, God would, help him. And surely enough, he got double with everything that he had. So he became even more, he became even more rich, he became more wealthy. So, God might test you at times, but, always know that God is with you and always have faith in God. It was also by faith that Moses left Egypt. So even though he had grown up in Egypt, obviously we know about the basket and him being sent on the river. But even though he had grown in Egypt, he knew in his heart that he was one of the Israelites. He knew that, he wasn't afraid of Pharaoh. He wasn't afraid of him because he knew that his God was greater. And even when he left, he had the faith. Even though he kind of doubted God, when God was saying, "Oh, I want you to go back and get my people," Moses was like, "I can't speak, Lord. I stutter. I can't do this." Even though he was asking God, "Why me? Why me?" But he still went and done it. He did not say, "Oh, no, I'm not doing it. No, that's me. I'm not doing it at all." He still had faith in God, and he still said, "You know what, Lord? You're with me. You're telling me to go. I'm going to go." So that's what he done. And he even went, to Pharaoh, and he said, "You know what, yeah, let my people go." This is even a major thing. It was by faith that the Israelites crossed the Red Sea. Because think of, a massive ocean, massive sea, and, there's this little tiny path to go through this, probably each side of the sea parted, it's probably like 10 foot, probably higher. And, they have to walk through this tiny, pathway. Some of the Israelites could have been like, "No, I'm not going through there, that's too scary for me, I'm going to find another route." But they all went in obedience and with faith. They all went. And that's why when the Egyptians were coming after them, they still, kept on going. And that was when God decided to put, when Moses put when he put his staff over the sea and it closed it back, that's when all the Egyptians drowned and Pharaoh as well. It was also by faith that the walls of Jericho came tumbling down, because God had told them to walk around 7 times. He gave them instructions, and they done that. They done the instructions. He did not tell them, "Oh, go and fight the people in Jericho." He did not tell them to do that. He told them, he gave them instructions to go around, 7 times and go. And that's what they done, and that's why the walls of Jericho came down. Now, as we look at all these examples, all the people who were involved, they did what was right, and they received what God had promised. They were obedient to God. Through their faith, they defeated kingdoms. Through their faith, they shut down, the mouths of lions. Through their faith, they stopped being killed, by swords by other armies. They put down other enemies. So faith can do a lot of things when you believe. Okay, and the second part of this whole teaching is what to do when your faith is gone. Because you might go to the extreme when, you've got faith and you're praying for this and you want this, and after a year or 2, it still hasn't come. And you're like, "Oh Lord, I know, I really want this, but it still hasn't come," and you're still waiting there, and you're like, "You know what, yeah, forget this." So, and that's only the devil who does that. He's the only one who will come and whisper things in your ear. "There's not a God up there. Who are you talking to? You're talking to thin air. What are you doing? Go out or something. Why are you talking to your wall? There's no one listening to you." That's what the devil will be saying to you. That's what he'll be saying in your ears. You'll be like, "Do you know what? There's no point." Because I've been through it myself when I'm praying and I'm like, "Is there any point in this?" Because I feel like I'm just talking to the ceiling. What am I doing? But then that's all the devil, when he's trying to get into you, he's like, "There's no point. Why are you talking to nothing?" But in your mind, you should be like, "Devil, I rebuke you. You're under my feet. Don't talk to me. Don't bring that nonsense to me, because I know there's a God up there." Don't listen to the devil, because he's just full of liars.
Yes.
He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's the only thing he's sent for. That's the only thing he wants to do.
Yes. Amen.
So what can build up your faith as well is reading the Word of God more.
Yes.
Being more encouraged by, things in this Bible.
Yes.
And your faith will start to gradually build up.
Amen.
The next thing is patience, as I said before. You can't say to God, Lord, okay, let me give you an example. I wanted a bike, I think a long time ago. Yeah, when I was around 10 or something like that. And I was like, Lord, I want this bike, and I want this certain one, and I want it now. I was like, that was the prayer. And I was like, my mum kept saying, go and pray to God, ask for your bike or whatever. I was like, Lord, I want this bike now. I want it now. I'm not waiting, I want it now. But, I was little and I was like, okay, let's see if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. But I had to wait a long time for that bike. And do you know what? When it came to me, I was like, oh, okay. And I think I ended up giving it away. Because I was like, I've passed the bike stage now. I don't want to have a bike.
Praise the Lord. We want to thank you for tuning in this glorious day to change your life with Life Changes Christian Ministries. My name is Pastor Tony Palmer. This is my beautiful wife, Pastor Clarissa Palmer. And you have just been thrilled to be in the presence of the Most High God with the members here at Life Changes Christian Ministries. We hope you were blessed. And we hope that you will stay tuned to next week when we will be back in the presence of the Lord. What a privilege it is to be able to come into the presence of your home. We are truly grateful to God. Pastor Karen, how did you find the youth service today?
Fantastic. That was awesome. We serve an awesome God.
Brothers and sisters, continue to let your friends know that changing your life is here to help you. The Lord bless you. Stay tuned and stay blessed. God bless.
I'm here to let you know about the products we have at LCCM, and these products involve the messages for today. It's a pack of DVDs and CDs. I hope, Lord, by His grace, when you receive these messages, you'll be blessed. If you look on the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see the prizes of the DVD and the CDs. Hope you are blessed by it, because it's powerful, it's rich. When you receive it, my God, your life will change. My life has changed since I joined LCCM. I am a living witness and a testimony that Life Changes is the place to be. That name, Life Changes, your life will never be the same. May God bless you as you purchase this DVD and CDs, and make sure you do watch it or listen to it with your family, because it's good. God loves the family. God bless you.
Join us today by becoming a Life Changes World Vision partner. Partners will receive monthly letters and a copy of our yearly LCCM magazine. You'll also receive discounts on all of our products, and if you join today, we will send you out a special free gift. Please send your monthly contributions to Life Changes, LCCM House, Kemp Road, Dagenham, Essex, RN8 1ST. To order today's message in its entirety, please send £10 for an audio CD or £15 for a DVD, plus £1.50 postage and packing. For information about further products, times of services, or activities within our church, please telephone 0208 599 3388 or 0208 597 9070, or evenings and weekends on 07853 547 129.